Hello everyone, we're here with Tracy Ryan with First Responder Therapy Dogs, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the program that her and Sparkie here works with and how it helps first responders. So if you want to tell us a little bit about what you do and what Sparkie's role is with the first responders.
Absolutely. So First Responder Therapy Dogs is a national nonprofit. It's based out of California. That's where it started and originated. It started with one dog who loved firefighters, honestly. Her name was Kareth, and she still to this day loves firefighters. And it's blossomed into a group of 60 teams currently and 14 different states. Sparkie is our crazy 3-year-old Labradoodle, and she absolutely loves it. My husband's a firefighter, so it's something very connected to our family. The whole mission of the group is to provide just that emotional support to first responders with using therapy dogs. And for anyone who's worked with any type of therapy, animal, dog, equine, whatever it is, there's just something animals have that people do not in terms of an understanding, in terms of a compassion, that just honestly melts people. And it's something that's so simple, but yet so special, all wrapped up into a furry package.
Right, right. And when you go out to any of the departments that you do, what is some of the changes that you see when you enter with Sparkie?
Yeah. So first and foremost, they squeal. Like, it doesn't matter, men, women, big people, little people, in terms of just, they get so excited to see her. From the office staff to the people on shift, I mean, it's just hysterical. Like, the minute you walk in, oftentimes I don't even introduce myself. I mean, they know who I am, but they just want to see the dog. Like, that is who they want to see. From a science perspective, there's so many studies now that have come out in terms of the use of therapy animals and it lowering blood pressure and just providing that decompression that honestly people have a hard time doing on their own. So dogs and animals in general, they just give people the natural outlet to do that. So I say all the time when we go on visits, oftentimes when they're in their downtime, you know, they're on their phones or they're watching a show, nobody's really talking to each other, they're all kind of doing their own thing. The minute she walks in, everyone's congregated at that point. They're talking to each other, they banter back and forth, they're goofy with her, you know, she gets goofy when they make a certain noise in her face, and, you know, and everyone's laughing and chuckling, and that's what they're doing. And it just, from a department perspective, from a morale perspective, from just a human perspective, they melt with the attention of it. And we have people that talk to her, and we have people that, you know, talk to me, and they tell me stories. And the amount of dog pictures I see, you know, everyone brings out their phone, and they're like, look at my dog, you know, and it just gets conversation going. And it, like I said, from a science perspective, you know, they reduce hormones and stress levels in your body. So I'm clearly not answering the question properly. She has something to add.
She does. Yes.
But you know, it brings up cortisol levels, or brings down cortisol levels and stress hormones, and it's just such a fun thing to watch in action, because for people who just needed a break in their day or just needed something different that day, that's what she does, and that's what they all do, and it's magic. It really is.
Right, and with I specialize a lot in suicide prevention and intervention, and connection is one of those protective factors. So it seems like she really does give that connection and that connector. So if a department would like to have Sparkie or one of the other dogs come to visit, how do they go about doing that?
So every group has their own email. We have our own, you know, we are on social media a lot, and to be honest, that's where a lot of departments find us. If there's a department that doesn't necessarily know, the group itself is on the web. They have a website too, firstrespondertherapydogs.org. They have a general inquiry email too, so if for whatever reason you weren't sure there was a team in your area or something along those lines, you could email that, and we would be able to dispatch that to whoever is in the right area. Currently, Massachusetts has 6 teams certified. We've got another couple in the process, so we're pretty good in terms of state. So whether it's us or a different team, we typically have people in place that can kind of travel to different locations. Sparkie and I have spent a lot of quality time. I'm her personal chauffeur, and we spend a lot of time in the car together, and we have visited North Shore, Western Mass, Boston. We've gone all over the place. Because a lot of the times when departments are reaching out for a specific need, and it's coming from a chief or someone kind of more higher up, there's been some sort of critical incident of some kind. So it's usually there's something that's happened that they're looking for some sort of extra kind of debrief and extra, emotional support. And that's where we come into play. So we will go wherever the call brings us with regards to those. And I think most teams are pretty similar to that nationally.
Yeah. Well, we truly thank you for your time and what you do. It really is a special resource that we can provide to people. So we really appreciate your time. And we will put Tracy and Sparkie's information in the comments so you can look into first responder therapy dogs and see if there is one near you.
Or if you'd like to certify, feel free to email us about that as well. We're always looking for new teams. So
yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yep.